Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I am back. I took the month of May off from YouTube Bing. I've had a little bit of a, I don't want to say like a crisis of scrapbooking, but I think it got a bit, you know, being on a couple of design teams and then having some commitments with some other YouTube series, and it got a bit too much for me. And also I lost the sort of, I didn't want to do any scrapbooking anymore. I got fed up with it and it got too routine-y for me, and I didn't feel creative anymore, and it felt like a chore. So I decided to take a month off, and then the last couple of days I've been feeling this desire to start scrapbooking again. So if you ever feel like you're going along with the flow, you're not making anything, you know, you don't feel creative, you're just doing it to do it, take a couple of weeks off, or you know, even a month off, and then you'll find that, you know, you sort of rejuvenate, you get your juices, you get your creative cup full again, and you know, then things will, you know, get back into the right direction again. So what I've decided as my coming back video is to do a layout share of some layouts that I've done for this year. Now these aren't all the layouts that I've done, but they are quite a few of the layouts that I've done. I've got some more that I've done this week, but I haven't released the process videos yet, so I've kept them aside. And let's get to this. There's quite a few layouts, so this video might be quite long, so get your coffee and I'll talk you through my layouts. So this is a layout I made. This is just for myself. I decided not to scrap a photo. I scrapped a little note from my daughter. This is a cut file. I think this cut file is from Just Nick, and then this title is Little Love Letters. I made sort of a little bouquet with the flowers, and I backed it with the Whimsical collection from Paige Evans. This is also a layout that I didn't use any photos in. My son wrote a poem for school, The Fox, and I decided to type it up with my typewriter, and then I paper pieced this little fox together, did some stitching, also used the Whimsical collection for this page. This is a page I did for Just Nick, and I used the romance collection from Simple Stories. These little bits are the cut files from Just Nick. I used my Copic markers to color them in, and there you go. This is a layout that I did for a guest design spot for Cheeky Studio, and I got the beautiful woodland collection from Cat Martin, and I cut up the papers into 2x2 squares, and I just did this little layout with those different textures. This is another layout I did for the design team, the guest design spot. I used the flare on this one, lots of strips, lots of textures, lots of stitching as well in this one. Used a lot of the die cuts in this. I love the fact that the yellows in the photos echoed in the yellows in the papers as well. This is just a one that I did for myself. I used the Whimsical collection with this, cut up this piece of paper, the pattern paper, and then color coordinated the florals to go on top of the papers. Oh, the little banners. So this is a little one I also just did for myself with this bending over. I used a lot of the Whimsical flowers. These I fussy cut out from a piece of pattern paper. Also fussy cut these little frames out and sort of did them in like a little in the corners there. You can see very embellishment rich in this paper. This is a one I also did for myself. I paper pieced these these two suitcases together, just sort of drew them freehand. This is a Simple Stories collection. I'm not sure which collection this is. This is a very old photo of myself. I was, wow, 20 or 21 when this photo was taken. So this is basically me in the journey of life. That's what I wanted to convey with this layout. So this is a layout I did for Thrifty Thursday with Becky Bitting, and I was supposed to use a lot of scrap papers and some die cutting and I think a lot of some brads. So I did the brads in the no, these aren't brads, these are eyelets. I did the eyelets in the corners, the large title, rainbow paper in the background. This is a photo of my daughter when she was really small, of Emma, and I sort of color on color embellished in the rainbow bits. This is another photo of my daughter. This is also a layout for Thrifty Thursday with Becky Bitting, and this is also Simple Stories paper. I think these flowers are from a paper stack that I bought, and this rainbow at the back is washi tape at the back that I layered at the back. I've got some sheer ribbon on top with lots of scrap papers behind the photo, and obviously a border around the edge. The photo is very dark. So this is a layout I did for Just Nick. It is the heart cut file, also used Whimsical collection, and I backed every second letter or every first letter with a with the collection. This is another Thrifty Thursday paper that I made with Becky Bitting. We were supposed to use vellum, dangly bits, and I'm not sure which is the other one, and probably sprinkles or watercolors at the back. So I did like little spots of watercolors at the back, used a lot of vellum, and then made my own dangly bits with the hearts and the stitching in between that. Now this is my daughter's first day of play school years ago. So this was for Just Nick as well, and this is a cut file that I used to edge around the layout. I used some black ink to splatter around the back. This is a Felicity Jane little pocket that I've got at the back. The title is also from Just Nick, and I've got some cut out flowers that I cut out from a sheet that pattern paper sheet. I'm not sure if it's from Jamel or from Dear Lizzie, but yeah. So this is a paper layout that I did for Thrifty Thursday, and then I lost the footage, so I had to redo the layout with a similar bit. So this is acetate. We had to use acetate, I think, fussy cutting, and what else? A tag, a little pin, paper, clothespin, excuse me. So I paper pieced this little camera together, did some layering, lots of layering behind the photo, and I journaled on this tag besides the photo. So this was the redo of the layout that I lost the footage for. I redid the paper piecing camera, and then I did the acetate hearts at the back, did some stamping as well on this one, and used the tag at the back of my photo with the little clothespin attached as well. This was a layout. Now the next few layouts, I think there's 8 or 9 layouts, will be for one of the months of the Minikit Monday ladies. I think this was March or February or March. So I'm going to go quickly through this. Lots of fussy cutting. I think these are Simple Stories papers as well, and Echo Park as well. Another layout for March or February for Minikit Monday. And lots of fussy cutting as well with this one. Lots of layering at the back as well. This is as well. Lots of fussy cutting, splatters, little buttons, little pearls that I've got going there, a little journaling as well next to the photo. Here I use some wood veneer at the background, some printables that I print off online, and lots of fussy cutting. I used the Big Bella Boulevard chippies or chips chipboard, what are they called? Title and some mixed media in the background to soften up the yellow of the paper. This is all about embellishing in the corner. Did some wood veneer, some sparkly bits. I did an enamel sticker and some very dimensional felt flower at the bottom here. So this is the last one in the for this month, or for that month. Again, I used the same enamel sticker, lots of layering, lots of printables that I used on this page. This paper is from Doodlebug. It's an embossed paper, so you can see you can't really see, there you go, there you can see some, it's like teeny tiny little embossed flowers. This is a layout I made for Thrifty Thursday as well. We were supposed to use doilies, Project Life cards, and probably stickers. So I just used my Maggie Home sticker book and went quite embellishment heavy with this layout. This is one of my favorite layouts. So this was just for myself that I did lots of these layouts. The next couple of layouts was to document our day we spent at the Miracle Gardens in Dubai. So there's lots of florals in this. This is from my mind's eye. This collection. This is the title Fabulous Isabella Boulevard title. The same collection, also from my mind's eye, Annabella Boulevard title. This is the same collection from my mind's eye. I did lots of fussy cutting with these butterflies, put some enamel hearts on there. I drew and cut out the word hello love. Did some doodly lines around it, put some enamel dots, also used some ink in the backgrounds to create the lines, and I used a paper clip on the side here to keep this little bit from flopping over. This I did for Just Nick Design Team. I used their one of their floral die cuts, digital files, excuse me, and I used it to create a very floral, I don't know if you can see there you go, there you can see the cut file, a very floral, very feminine, soft layout. This is again using the same collection from my mind's eye. Lots of fussy cutting in this as well. And here I come to the next month that I did for Minikit Monday with the ladies, and I used a lot of simple stories in this kit as well, with lots of wood veneer that I had in my stash. This is, and the next couple of layouts will be for the Minikit Monday ladies. Okay, so here I used some Take Me Away, the title with the thickers and a chipboard on the side of the photo. This is also from Take Me Away, this lovely, and What a Happy Day. These are from Whimsical. I paper pieced this ice cream cone together, and this is from Take Me Away, this title Sunshine. And then again we come to the big wood veneer title, lots of splatters as well. I like to do this with the these little banners from the left hand side of the layout. Had some wood veneer in there as well. And then this is the last one for that month. I decided to do sort of a rainbow of splatters, and yes, did some layering behind the photo, and very easy, very simple layout. This is another layout that I did for Thrifty Thursday. We had to use hexagons, bling, and acetate stickers, or enamel stickers, or what are these? Epoxy stickers, excuse me. So this was the, this is a Bella Boulevard title. It's an acrylic title. This is also for a Thrifty Thursday. It was monochromatic, hand stitching, and I think splatters, or so I did some orange splatters at the back and then cut out everything that was monochromatic in the Whimsical collection. And I used some of the rub-ons as well, and did some hand stitching on some of this title. This smile title comes from a Bella Boulevard acrylic piece. This was for another Thrifty Thursday layout. I did lots of watercolors in the back, lots of rub-ons, and I used my punches to punch out the hearts, and I used a big fat title for this page, and this is a very thick wood veneer piece. So this was also for Just Nick. I used this big circular cut file, cut up some Oh My Heart from Paige Evans and layered it behind the cut file. This is also for Just Nick. This title, Fun in the Sun, is from the Just Nick design store, and I used Kaleidoscope from Vicky Bouton to layer flowers on the left hand side and sort of fade out to the right hand side of the layout. This was also for a Just Nick design team project. I used the layered flowers cut file. I just used the Whimsical collection to layer some of the flowers together, and I cut them out with my silhouette, and I layered them, especially also the background with these frames, to create lots of dimension. And as you can see, it goes from orange, red, and then blue, this layout. This next layout is something I did. I got inspired by a layout I saw in the scrapbook, which is the Scrapbook and Cards magazine, and I really loved this layout. I love all the squares with the stamping in between, and then the little title on the side. This was also for a Thrifty Thursday layout that I had to do. I had to use hard to use papers, some bows, and then what else did we have to use? Oh, some bling. So in some of the flowers I've got these little blingy bits. I don't know if you can see them, if they're shining in the, no, they're not even shining. There's lots of blingy bits in the centers of the flowers. I used a bow, and then obviously this hard to use paper. This is my last layout I'm sharing with you today. I also made this quite a while ago. This was using the Horizons collection from Pink Paisley. I cut out these little moths and the butterflies, layered them in a heart shape around, did lots of splatters with white Heidi Swap Color Shine, used some of the bows from Maggie Holmes, and put together this layout. So I hope to be seeing more of you in June. This June I have started making layouts for June already. So I hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And please leave a comment and tell me which was your favorite layout. Bye.